There's some kind of weird bug where you queue up things to get built, but then it never actually goes into the building queue. So I need to actually build more of my... I need to build 10 more frigates and 10 more man-o-wars for my navy here. The navy also needs another commander. Let's give him this naval commander, dockyard organizer, innovative. This is a really good dude. Oh, Prince Heinrich von Holland, blah blah blah. Whatever, let's take you. Oh, junkers. This might be what tips them over into 20% again. Let's not do that. Let's take the armed forces dockyard dude over here. Oh yes, we need to fix all the production methods here. I'm sure that they're utter trash. Austria no longer views us as a rival. Okay. How much longer do we have until we can bully Denmark some more? 19th of December, 1854. So, almost a year and a half. We have the event Production and Agitation. So, Wolfgang von Schmidt has secured a deal with the Progress Party for cheap and quickly distributed pamphlets in support of the party. Well, we can gain 20% momentum to progress, or 10% to Progress Party, and Wolfgang becomes ambitious. He's an agitator for universal suffrage, and that would make him more popular. I think we do 20% momentum to Progress Party. Universal suffrage has huge support and high radicalism. Holy shit. Junkers aren't powerful anymore, but they could still revolt. Do I make the transition to universal suffrage now? I think I just wait 6 days until the election. Let's see if these numbers change at all. I don't think they do. I think they change all the time. Yeah, they don't change with the election specifically. So conservatives still won, and then free conservatives, progress, agrarian. Maybe we can get a government without the junkers in it. 32 with industrialists. With industrialists alone, we drop down to unacceptable, and all opposition interest groups would have -2 in approval. We become illegitimate with just a Progress Party. Yeah, we need the conservatives still. Maybe what we need to do is to finally switch out of monarchy, but then we need the industrialists somehow. And there's no way that we can, not the industrialists, but the intelligentsia. We cannot do conservative and Progress Party together. Surprisingly, the industrialists just don't care about the governance principles. It's entirely possible that maybe we'll never get enough support for democracy. It is possible. Now, universal suffrage, if we push it right now, 100% junkers become radical. I think we have to wait a little bit, unless we have like a radical movement start and they start trying to revolt. And then we kind of have to pick one or the other. Do you want the landowners to revolt, or the regular people? I have a 6th Prussian army from Bohemia. Interesting. What are y'all gonna be exactly? Probably another offensive corps. Ooh, we can get some... Ooh, a defensive strategist. Maybe another defensive army. I think that sounds good. Let's grab the Brave for 10% less morale loss. Defensive strategist for 10% more defense. And double dug-in camouflage chance. Put you on to defend front mode. And then we're going to pick up the other intelligentsia, even though he has a psychological affliction. It's not that bad. Let's do that. Alright, everybody upgrades to skirmish infantry as well. Nobody anywhere is allowed to not have proper equipment. So now we have defensive corps 4. Wish I could reorganize these. Can I? No, I can't, like, click and drag. Trucial proletarian revolt against Great Britain. Interesting. It's in Arabia, I believe, is what that said. Yeah, down here. Yep. Maybe one day we'll take an interest in the Middle East with Prussia. Great Britain actually went through the trouble of swaying Spain to help them out in that fight. I'm not sure why they did that. They don't need help against a revolt of like 500 dudes. Oh, we've got a bunch of influence to spend. Let's do it by befriending people if possible. Not Austria yet. We'll do Russia, France, Great Britain. I guess our relations with these dudes are actually great. Oh, I have a transportation shortage in Bohemia. Oh, we really have a transportation shortage, huh? Let's put a railway at the top of the queue then. Maybe I can get the rural folk in, actually. No. No. Alright. It's gonna have to be the industrialist still. Alright. That's even more reason to go laissez-faire. If we go laissez-faire hard enough, the junkers might just disappear. Do we want to go ahead and start colonizing now that we have our interests as well? Can we? Oh, we need quinine to start colonizing severe malaria. Okay. So Portugal already has it. Okay. Crap, I guess we gotta wait just a little while. We'll have quinine in at most 4 months. We have the Voice of the Nation event. A group of respectable musical composers teaching at the Arts Academy in Prussian Schleswig-Holstein have approached us. They have drawn attention to the alarming lack of a proper national anthem fit to invigorate our people's spirits. Well, thank you. We get 20 prestige for nothing. That's a nice little event. I have 3 years until the junkers get really pissed off too, right? 3 years. I need to get maybe universal suffrage. We can take that revolution. And I think that we can keep them from actually fighting back completely. Like, keep the revolution from reaching 100% progress. Maybe we give it a shot right now. Right, let's give it a shot. 74% chance of success straight off the bat. Only 8.1% chance of stall. Wait, that'll probably mean that they leave government, which means that our government is illegitimate, which means that we cannot do this. Right? Everybody leaves the government, right? They're angry, they should be leaving. Why are the junkers not as angry as they should be? Oh, it hasn't moved immediately. We'll see about that. Oh, even the industrialists want to preserve wealth voting. So yeah, that's a critical revolution right there. We can't do this. We cannot do that. So what? Universal suffrage is now a revolution too. Oh! Maybe we get rid of these agitators. That might be what we need to do. It's at 73, which means we should be okay. We may have to get rid of Ludwig. So yeah, exile dissident. It makes many of the members of the petit bourgeoisie more radical. But it is what it is. I need to kick that revolution in the teeth. I don't want to fight right now. Although I guess, well, so let's say they won. But the junkers would probably still be powerful even after that. I don't know. I guess we just stick with what we got in terms of voting. Hopefully we can get some trade unions getting stronger here. Which means that we might want to research socialism in particular. We got quinine, so now we can set up those colonies. I think we want to go with over here first. Oh, we can't do... So the Dutch East Indies has claims here. Okay. But we'll do Tidore, Papua. Is that a problem? Oh, they're isolated naturally. Of course they need ports. Let's get them some ports. Cannot build. Does not exist yet, I bet. Actually, no, here it is. These little things right there. Gotcha. Port here. And a port there. Since I cannot go into right there in the Sulawesi, they must have lost. I think they lost a fight, so now they have colonization rights for the Dutch. Which sucks for them. It sucks for us. Oh, wait, this is all Indonesia. Gotcha, gotcha. Alright, that's fine. Herrero and Nama. What's going on with y'all? Coal? And coal. Yes, please. I'll take coal and coal. Although maybe I won't, considering how... Jesus. That's severe malaria, alright. I'm gonna need some ports here as well. Alright, what technology do we go for next? Let's take a look at the production technologies, or let's see about finishing the tiers. Triage wouldn't be bad to pick up for the first aid to increase our recovery rate. That'd be really nice, actually. Let's do that. Maybe we should... Oh, we can't do anything right now, actually. I thought that this was supported by the industrialists. They do support it. Did the industrialists leave government? Bastards. Get back. I needed you. Maybe we should switch to laissez-faire. Radicalizes the rural folk and the trade unions. It also means that we can't subsidize our military factories, though. So never mind about that. I'm not doing that. I got military shipyards that need that money. We try our hand at dedicated police force again, but now it's down to 8% because the armed forces are losing. There's no way I can go back to no police as well. I mean, if they lose the money for the military shipyards, they'll just go back and forth on employment. This does give me a lot of bonuses. Let's give it a shot. Let's do laissez-faire. Maybe instead of communist, we'll just be like ultra-capitalist. We have the fishmonger's feud. The attempted arrest of a local fishmonger in Prussian Brunswick, charged with inciting violence against the government should his demands for increased workers' rights not be met, quickly went awry as the local populace rallied around the upstart and threw the dispatched sheriff in a local river. So we could send in the army, let them try it again, or we could say let them be. The movement to enact universal suffrage gets emboldened workers. They get more radicalism. They're already extreme. 80% chance his character appears in Prussia. I think this might get worse if we send in the army. I want to see if it gets worse. Let's see if it gets worse. Send in the army. Here we go. So emboldened by their earlier success against the law, the fishmonger and hundreds of his supporters turned up to confront the army's dispatchment now arriving in Prussian Brunswick. Much of their earlier enthusiasm wavering as they spy the soldiers set up 2 cannon facing the crowd. Well, we could open fire. 50% chance fishmonger is captured alive. The Civil War progress drops by 10%. 20% chance he's killed, so they become more radical, or he escapes and their progress improves even more. Let's see. Give them 1 day to surrender the criminal and disperse. 30% chance he's captured, so it's less chance he is captured, more chance that the Civil War will actually progress. So let's open fire. Open fire. We got him. Took him down. I did not give that order. That was not me. But yeah, we got this authority sitting around to spend. Right. Kind of thinking we do manufacturing industry in North Rhine again. Let's see, North Rhine. Oh, that's a lot of manufacturing. Yeah. Let's encourage manufacturing there. Now there's a preserve interventionism political movement. Wonderful. They're also a little radical. But not happy, that's for sure. The mob approaches. Belligerent crowds have been getting increasingly provocative when confronted by troops in Prussian Schleswig-Holstein. Hardliners in government are demanding tougher responses, while doves are calling for troops to stand down as the first hopeful step in de-escalation. Let's see. 50% chance of 5% of pops become more radical, or Civil War progress drops 10%. Alternatively, we could stand down. 50% chance that they become more loyalist, or 50% chance of Civil War progress increase. Nope, disperse the crowds by force. It looks like they became more radical. I wonder what the maximum is. Yeah, 86, right? Radicalism makes the maximum. So we're okay as long as we don't get events making that be increased. There's like nothing I can do about this though. I can't get universal suffrage because the Junkers will declare war. And the industrialists as well. And the industrialists are friggin' powerful. We're doing friggin' laissez-faire. I've never done laissez-faire. I think we just have to side with the industrialists. Intelligentsia are not strong enough. And trade unions don't even exist yet. We have the Petition March. A group of petitioners representing the Evangelical Church, led by Hakim Anger, have carried out a march in the king's currently vacant residence in Berlin. They are refusing to leave the residence until the king agrees to meet with them. We could dispatch a representative. That makes Civil War progress drop 5%. The evangelicals get a little bit stronger and happier. We could disperse them. Civil War progress increases 15%. Hakim Anger gets the trait wounded. Oh, and he changes ideology to communist? Really now? This is risky because our maximum cap right now is 87%. I guess that means that we would have to get 87% and then get an event after that. But that makes him communist. Huh. We could also do drop progress of Civil War. The king shall embark upon a fast train to Berlin. Evangelicals get way more interest group political strength for 5 years. They're much happier. And the king gets more popularity. I want to drop the progress, but I want to make the devout communists. That's pretty funny. Let's do that. How are we doing with the maximum now? Still 87. So we just got them further along towards that maximum. Anyway, evangelicals are pissed now. Holy shit. Yeah, the communist dude just switched all of their desires. Holy shit. Okay. Let's reevaluate what's going on here. That might be like perfect actually. Yeah, so as a communist, he wants labor rights, he wants council republic. He's not in favor of the interim democracies like presidential and parliamentary. He likes command economy, cooperative ownership. This man is a man ahead of his time. We can't even do these things yet. He likes state atheism, collectivized agriculture, neutral towards homesteading. We gotta finish this law first. So let's do that. I wonder what's gonna happen now with the rural folk all upset. Because the devout have now joined the preserve interventionism. Maybe I stop laissez-faire, because I don't want 2 revolutions. This looks like it will make a revolution to me. Yeah, pull the plug. We tested the waters, we found out that it ain't gonna work. Leave it alone. Somehow we now have an 11% chance of success for presidential republic and parliamentary republic. And that's because of the devout. Yeah, even though this dude doesn't like those things, apparently we can push in that direction. Of course that would radicalize the Junkers though, and then we'd have a revolution. Go presidential republic, well either way it's -20. I like the parliamentary republic myself. So that would radicalize the Junkers. If we're gonna radicalize the Junkers one way or the other, kind of might as well just do it with universal suffrage, but we have to wait a little while longer, right? Yeah, 17 months. I think we wait the 17 months and then do this. Or do we? Because the devout are pissed off with us. And the devout want to leave government. If I upset the Junkers enough, they'll want to leave government. And then the only thing keeping them in government is the armed forces, which are pretty happy with us. Well, not pretty happy, they're okay with us. Yeah, I think we wait. We'll try it. The industrialists are in, actually. If the industrialists leave, which they will leave, the legitimacy would change to what? A drop to unacceptable. We could still get away with it. I think in 17 months we go ahead and just do universal suffrage. Oh, we're coming up on our little truce date with Denmark. Revolutionaries raid arms depot. So, trade unions affiliated revolutionaries overwhelmed a minor garrison in Brandenburg, leaving 24 soldiers dead and running off with crates full of rifles and ammunition, even wheeling off a small caliber cannon. Nice. So, 40% chance of Civil War progress drops, 60% it increases if we scour the countryside for them, and we have 60% chance it drops if we scour the cities, 40% it increases. But if we do this one, we get less radicals, I guess more radicals from standing and living decreases, and less urban building throughput for 5 years. If we do this, it's agriculture, ranches, and plantation throughput. Let's take the urban one. And we failed. Oh shit. Maybe we won't make it. These guys are angry. The intelligence are upset. Alright, I think it is about time for us to make our little diplomatic demand of give me my land. Alright, the 19th. Gotcha. Give me my land. Forced diplomatic play. I don't think anybody will be upset about that. Struggling people in Prussian/Holstein have been desperately trying to get their hands on any food they can. Dire warnings of a turnip winter have been spreading throughout the region. Well, plus 2% mortality, less agriculture tax income, but more throughput. Civil War progress drops 10% too if we try to increase local food production by any means, or we can't do anything for them. Civil War progress increases, and agriculture plantation throughput gets worse. I don't see any reason not to take this one. A little bit less tax income, sure, but they do get more throughput, which means I'll make more money, and the Civil War progress will drop, so let's do that. Alright, everybody mobilize except for that 8 stack. Well, even the 8 stack, screw it. Hey, we actually have a border with them now, sweet. That we can hopefully get to. We can indeed, over the ocean, I assume. Hold up. Russia sided with Denmark in the diplomatic play against Prussia. Are you joking, bro? We have an alliance. Why are you on their side? What war goals do you want, bro? You want open market? No, you want take treaty port. You want a treaty port in Denmark? What does that mean? That I give them a treaty port in me? We'll just kick your ass, Russia. How about that? You got a lot of troops, yeah, but you can go into my grinder all day. They're running lion infantry. They'd be turned into a meat grinder, that's for sure. Alright, bro. You wanna fight? Well, shit, I'm not gonna have enough troops for... Maybe I pull troops from here. Pull defensive armies. Send them to this front. All defensive armies report to the Russian front. Good lord, I actually have like an offensive corps 1 that is completely isolated. I need Hanover to join me. We have the duel. So somebody wants to fight. Who are these people? A politician for the trade unions and a general. If I say no, no dueling allowed, intelligentsia are happier, junkers are more unhappy. Or I could just tarnish their popularity. But that makes the trade unions weaker. Let them fight. The general died, check that out. It does mean I need to go somewhere and recruit a new one. We'll take the offensive planner and the offensive corps, that is for sure. Give us a good only 5% offense, okay. Oh my goodness, minus 10% offense for romantic, but less morale loss. I don't want a junker. We're gonna wait until like the last second and see if Russia wants to bail. Because Russia's making a really stupid decision right now. We might capitalize on that stupid decision by taking some land. Greater Poland has 1.17 million people. It's no industry, but it has coal and it has iron. And where there's coal and there's iron, there can be steel and construction sectors. Before that, we have a self-organization event. Revolutionary sympathetic figures amongst the rural folk in West Prussia have begun to form the peasants' councils to oppose the power of the junkers in the region. Well, we could lower civil war progress. 5% of lower strata pops in West Prussia become more radical, and junkers get happier. Hey, if they're happy, that means that I can do things they don't like more often. Where we upset them, civil war progress increases. Let's do this one. 25% of our population is radicalized. That is a lot of people. Oh, Russia won't take us away anymore. Interesting. Let's make sure that everybody's on defensive posture. We're not here to push, we are here to hold the line. I have an entire freaking 40 stack that can't do anything at all. I need Hanover to join. Why can't Hanover be forced into my play? I guess I can't violate their sovereignty because I like them too much, basically. I need to bring Hanover in so that my army can be free. What do they want? They want obligations? I'll give you obligations, friend. Take an obligation. Just join me. There we go. And that was the last day that we could make a move. So they should be joining us, which means that I should be able to now free. Don't tell me. Did they declare... Alright, good. They're with us. Good deal. I should be able to move my soldiers now. Yeah, this is Defensive Corps 1. Defensive Corps 1 needs to go deploy to the Eastern Front. Why are you going that far, sir? All the way out there? I need to make sure, therefore... Oh, hello there, 41 stack. Let's put my army, my military here, my fleet. Let's have them deploy into this sea node. No, this sea node. They'll go out there. And then what can you do out there? So we can raid convoys or do interception. I don't think they have a very powerful navy. Oh, they have a 41 stack. Nice. We probably lose that fight. Although maybe they have really backwards like ships. They have man of wars and they have frigates. I guess we'll actually just stay in port then. Never mind. Let's just call you Armada 1 for now. We may come up with some more complicated names in the future. Alright, War of Denmark. This is going to be one hell of a fight. We actually got the advantage on this front right here. 2 active battles already where they have stupidly low amounts of units in comparison to our troops. We're going to absolutely grind them into dust and murder the living crap out of them. 5,000, 6,000 Russians dead right there. All we're going to do is we're going to hold right here. We do not have a shortage of wood because the Russians were supplying us. Let's take the Tuscans, the Oyo, everything that we can get basically. We need to swap everybody off of, well, maybe not off of hardwood production. How bad is the shortage of wood? Oh no, it's not a shortage of wood. Good deal. So the trade route importing wood is now inactive. Awesome, thank you. We're actually good on wood. Never mind. We don't need that trade route anymore. What do we need? The trade routes that we just made. Oh, I think the Russians were importing a lot of our iron because our North Rhine metal producers aren't being prosperous now. That means our iron mines aren't doing too hot, right? They're not. What's the price of iron looking like? Dirt cheap, minus 73%. Good lord. This is one of the problems with private construction and having a customs union. We now need to export to everybody. Everybody gets some iron. Let's see if that fixes things. It'll probably take some time. Ottoman Empire is embargoing Russia. Good deal. Oh yes, I need to take a quick look at the front right here. We are defending and attacking. I might need to move more troops over here. Actually, might need to swap y'all over to defense specifically. Just remain on defense, take the attacks, grind them into dust. Because our attack here is working, but it's always best to just dig in, let them attack you. Oh, we're out of construction queues. Crap. That's why our iron is so garbage. Cancel these trade routes real quick. We need to build something. We need to build something just to pretend to build something. Alright. Step forward a day. Okay, that fixes the market prices. Iron is still pretty damn cheap though, actually. Like really cheap. Why are they producing so much? Because I really want that company to have prosperity so I can get the steel buildings throughput. It's okay. I guess we will go ahead and let's establish some trade routes for iron to the Brits, the Chinese, the Americans, Austro-Hungarians, sure, whatever. Try to fix the prosperity for that company. Let's take a quick look at our colonies and see what we want to build there. We have 3 infrastructure in this colony. We have access to coal, fishing. Oh, we can't even build that? Oh, there's not enough. Gotcha. Can't build much of anything here, actually. Alright. What about here? Same problem. Let's check in Papua. We can actually build a plantation here. Probably gonna be a dye plantation. Although I'd like to get a market for coffee going. I don't think we have any at all. No, we do have a little bit. There's not much demand for it, actually. The people don't care that much. Yeah, let's build dye plantations here. And over here in East New Guinea, can't build anything quite yet. Alrighty. Fish are getting a little bit expensive at minus 226, so we should go ahead and build some more fishing wharves. Right now they produce 50 each, so 226 divided by 50 is about 5. So we should build 5 fishing wharves to fix that desire for fish. You want to build them in Pomerania or West Prussia. Pomerania gets more money. So let's build all 5 in Pomerania. And then I can cancel out the fertilizer plants that are just placeholders. Art is actually getting a little bit desired. Interesting to know. And ammunition is desired as well. So we need another ammunition. I believe that's in Silesia. Let's do it in Silesia. So that'll fix the ammunition price. We do need more tools. We're 598 short on tools. Right now we make 80 tools per level. So that's about 8 tooling workshops in total. Let's find where we're going to place those. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. We're going to need some more infrastructure here in the Ruhr Valley. So you need infrastructure, Silesia needs infrastructure, Westphalia needs infrastructure. Ruhr might need even more infrastructure actually, so let's do another railway there. Same thing with Silesia. And that will give us enough construction queue to last about almost a year and a half. Alright, back to the war. Yeah, I think we just swap into defense and then go from there. See how things go. Because we are absolutely slaughtering them when we defend. That is for sure. Oh, the rural folk are sowing discord. They are furious with the government, and it seems they may join the current revolution if we cannot appease them. Let us hope concessions now can be the seed of peace for the future. They get more political group strength, and they are happier with us. Would not be bad. Or they get nothing from us, they join the revolution. Probably kickstart a civil war. Not something that we need to deal with. while also dealing with the Russians and the Danes. So let's just make them a little bit happier. Yeah, it looks like the Russians are definitely exhausted. Our dumbass allies are trying to push from time to time, but that's to be expected. But they are worn out completely. We could pull the offensive corps 1 off the line, bring them over to the front up here. That does mean that they go through an ocean though, and there are ships in that ocean.